everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a dupe video. This is going to be a revealed 1 palette by Coastal Scents versus the Naked2. I can put it right set up for you guys. And I'm just going to show you one eye with the Naked palette. Actually, it's this eye, and then one eye with the Coastal Scents, so you guys will be able to see. So this is the Urban Decay eye, and then this is the Coastal Scents eye, so hopefully you guys can kind of see. It's a very simple look. It's kind of smoky, silvery, taupey kind of look. I really love the way it came out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you want to see my comparison of the Urban Decay, Naked2, and the Coastal Scents revealed, just keep on watching. To start off this look, I don't have a high-end and a low-end primer that have the same formula and have the same finish, so I'm just going to use a low-end one. This is the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White, and I'm just going to run this on my lids as my base and primer. Now that I have the base on my eye, I'm going to start off with the high-end side, and I'm going to first take this shade Verve right here from the Urban Decay Naked2 palette, and I'm just going to run this onto the inner half of my lid. From the revealed palette for the drugstore side, I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm just going to flip my brush over and pick up that color and apply this to the inner half of my lid as well. Picking up the shade YDK onto another flat brush, I'm just going to run this along the outer half of the lid, just where we have that base again, and blend it into that Verve silvery shade. The dupe for YDK in the revealed palette is this color right here, so I'm just going to take that onto a flat brush and just apply this, again, just on that outer half. To start off the crease, I do want to start adding some matte color, so I'm going to take this color right here called Tease, and I'm just going to take this onto a fluffy crease brush and run this in my crease for some added definition. Now I'm going to pick up this color right here, and this is the dupe for Tease from this palette. And I just wiped off my brush because I wanted to use the same brush for both sides. For my highlight, I'm going to be taking Foxy from the Urban Decay Naked2. And I'm just going to run this under my brow as a highlight and to blend out that crease color. And then on the opposite side of the brush, I'm going to take this very light creamy color as well on the opposite side, and I'm just going to run this along my brow to highlight as well. I want to add some definition into the crease, so I'm going to take the black shade from the revealed palette, and I'm just going to run this lightly into my crease to add some more depth and dimension. I wiped off my brush very well, and I'm taking the shade Blackout from the Naked2, and I'm going to use that on my higher end side. To start off the eyeliner on my lower end side, I am just taking the Ulta Black eyeliner and just smudging this along the outer 2/3 of my lash line, and I'm just going to blend that out with a small brush. The dupe for that I have for the higher end side is actually not really a dupe. I don't think they're the same intensity or formulation at all. But this is just the only high-end eyeliner that I have, and this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Black Velvet eyeliner. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just apply it and then blend it out with a brush. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Great Lash Big, and then for the high-end side, I'm going to use the Smashbox Full Exposure. I think that these work pretty much the same, but I might actually like the Maybelline one a little bit better because I think it's easier to build up. So I'm just going to apply this to my lashes. Okay, Okay, so I went ahead and finished up the rest of my face off camera. I'm not going to show you guys what I used on my face just because it doesn't go with the themes of like the high-end and drugstore dupes. I actually don't have a lot of high-end like cheek products, so I wasn't able to really pull from and choose a really good dupe for each of them. So I didn't want my cheeks to look super different, and that defeats the purpose of having a dupe for high-end and drugstore. So I'm just going to stick to the eyes in this video, and I'm just going to finish up the lower lash line right now. And for the lower lash line, I'm just going to take the black color just because I want to add a bit more smokiness to this look. So I'm going to take the black, and then I'm going to just run this and smoke this out along the lower lash line. And then with blackout on the lower lash line of my high-end eye, I'm just going to run this right there. Now that I have the eyes completely done, I do want to quickly mention my final thoughts on the Naked2 and the Revealed 1 palette. So I'm going to quickly open them up for you guys so you guys can see the differences and then some of the similarities in the palette itself. So this is what they look like next to each other. Hopefully you guys can see that. There are some other dupes in this palette that I didn't show in my eye look today, but there are a few more dupes in both of the palettes. Now, do I think that this is a good dupe for the Urban Decay Naked2? Yes, I definitely think it's a good dupe. I think there's more colors in this that are similar, and this palette will get you the same types of looks you can get from the Urban Decay. Now, is it an exact dupe where if I wore them both side by side, you're not going to notice any subtle differences if you're really looking? No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody's really going to notice right now that there's differences, but like if I were to get closer, now sorry, my black on the lower lash line's a little intense, but if I was to get closer, you can see the Coastal Scents side, the silver is not as vivid. It's a little bit deeper of a color. The crease color is not as pigmented and intense. It's more of a purpley tone, where the crease color in here, although it looked the same and looked very purpley in the pan, it did come out more of a brown tone on my skin and with the bases that I use. Now, I use the same bases on both sides, so I don't think it's anything to do with the base that I use, but it is definitely just the eyeshadow. Now, I think they're close enough to where if I'm just standing here, you're not going to notice any differences, but if you were really looking, you would notice some subtle changes. Do I think that it's worth the price tag for either of these? I think that the Urban Decay one is definitely worth the price tag. It's a little expensive, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to spend like, I think it's like $52 or $54 now. The price has gone up a few dollars, but I wouldn't want to spend the price tag of this, but it definitely is worth it. It definitely, I think, is an amazing palette. Even though the price is steep, I think that it's worth checking out. Now, the Revealed palette I think is a lot better bang for your buck. You get more shades in this palette, plus you do get a cheaper price tag. So definitely think that for $20 you're getting such an amazing array of shades. You get pretty much the same shades in the Naked 1 and the Naked2 all packed into one for a cheaper price than even one of those palettes. So I definitely think that they are good dupes for each other. I do not think they are exact. I don't think you would notice any huge differences, but again, there are some subtle changes in the colors. So as far as texture goes, I think that they are pretty similar. I don't think Coastal Scents is any more amazing. I do think Urban Decay is a little bit smoother to apply in their shimmery shades, but honestly, I definitely think they both work the same. They both feel the same. They both blend out very nicely, so definitely check out either of these palettes if you wanted to. Check out the Coastal Scents one if you wanted a cheaper alternative, or check out the Urban Decay if you just like these colors and you want some good Urban Decay high-end eyeshadows. So I hope that this cleared up a few things for you guys. I hope you guys like this kind of video. I do plan on doing one more with the Revealed 2 and the Urban Decay Naked 3. So thumbs up this video and comment below and hit subscribe if you want to see that video coming soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everybody!